I'm going to make a drawing of a lion. I made this photograph in the zoo in Antwerp a while ago. And let's start. First start with the nose, with sketchy lines. These are quite light, these lines. So I can draw over them. And you see me sometimes measuring a little bit, so you see me move over the paper without putting a line like what I just did. And that's to outline the placement of an eye or something. Especially how one eye is placed in relation to the other eye or the nose. I make those kind of gestures. Sometimes I use a sort of dotted line to outline something. I don't really like hard straight lines. Here I accentuate certain things. I like to get the eyes as quickly as possible to be expressive, that there's some sort of character in the drawings quickly. And now I have the main features of the face of the lion, and I accentuate certain things like the nose and the mouth. So I go here and there over the whole face a bit. Well, the whole face. I'm especially around the nose now busy. And I'm still, on the one hand, expanding the outlines, but at the same time, I am at the next stage already, accentuating all kinds of things. You can wait with accentuations and so on till after you have the complete outline, but I like to in this kind of sketchings to put some accentuations in immediately, quite quickly. On the one hand, I try to make hatchings. On the other hand, I try to suggest the hairs of the lion. So hairs and hatchings are a bit similar sometimes. While I am drawing the hairs, they are at the same time sort of hatching. Here I draw outlines of the ears. And here I outline, but at the same time accentuate the inner ear a bit. And there is a sort of, I wouldn't call it really a method, but first there's the outline, then the accentuations, and later on there are the hatchings, or the hairs that are the hatchings as well. That creates some sort of tonal value in the drawing. And with that I mean light and dark. Here's some outlines. Here the hairs of the lion. A lion like this gets its character when you have those large hairs. Do you call them the manes? I should look that up, but it's a male lion, and you really need to get those white hairs around that face, around that head. Here the whiskers, or where the whiskers are placed around the nose. There's a series of dots, small hatchings. I made those small hatchings and I thought, well, they should have been dots. So I corrected myself a bit. And also on the left side, a bit of atmosphere. So I draw a little bit of, tonal value around the lion. So as if he has some sort of context. And now I did as you can see at the ear on the left, I made a sort of hatching. And I thought it's not good to make that kind of hatchings too much. I want the hatchings to follow the directions of the hair, mostly. So there are some places where you see those general hatchings that are mainly aimed at creating a tonal value, but I try to put my hatchings in such a way that they create a tonal value, but at the same time they suggest the hairs of the lion, like here and here as well. This is a 2B pencil, by the way. It's a mechanical pencil. I use sanding paper to get a sharp point on this pencil. So pencil paper number 120 for those who are interested, but you don't even need sanding paper even if you take a piece of paper and you just put some, you draw a little on that, or you scratch a little on that with the pencil, you can get it sharp as well, but sanding paper is very convenient, especially when you're as lazy as I am. And here I'm going all over the place, the lion, here and there, extra hatchings and so on, extra accentuations. And now I want to put some more dark hatchings around the lion, or it's still the lion itself, it's his body, but it defines more the hairs around his face, around its head, this way, to put those dark areas around that. You get a clearer image of that lion's head and his hairs. And now some detailing, accentuation. This is not a super detailed drawing. I like to keep this drawing sketchy and spontaneous. So there is this phase in which I think, well, should I go on or should I think of stopping with this? Because if you go too far with this, you can detail and add more detail and add more tonal values, and in the end there's something can get lost in spontaneity. Wondering what I think. Well, it's not yet totally finished. Sometimes all of a sudden you see some details, like the nose that could be better defined a little bit there. I put some accentuations there, but I think it's more or less finished now. Yeah, this is it. Thank you for your attention and stay tuned for more.